P-Bars Part 3. Um, pluralistic, plurality, pluralize, plurally, pluri plus sign, plus fours, plush like plushiness, Plutarch, Pluto, Plutonian, Plutonic, plutocracy, plutocrat, plutocratic, plutocratically, plutonium, Plutus, pluvial, pluvius, um, Plymouth, pl, Plymouth Rock, Plywood, PMK, pneumatics, pneumatic tire, pneumococcal, mnemonic, gnome, penny, poach, poacher, Pocahontas, pocket, line one's pockets, pocket, battleship, pocketbook, pocket full, pocket knife, pocket money, pocket veto, pocket marked, pod like, podginess, podiatrist, podium, podunk, Edgar Allan Poe, poem, posy, poet, taster, poetic, poetic justice, poetic license, poetics, poetize, poet, laureate, poetry, pogo stick, program, poetic, poignancy, poignantly, poilu, poinciana, poinsettia, point, at the point of, beside the point, in point of, make a point of, on the point of, stretch, restrain a point, to the point, as in point, pointable, point blank, pointed, pointedly, pointedness, pointer, pointless, point lace, pointlessly, pointlessness, point of honor, point of order, point of view, poison, poisoner, poisoning, poison dog, wood, elder, poison ivy, poison oak, poisonously, poisonousness, poison stomach, poke fun, pokeberry, poke bonnet, poker, draw poker, stub poker face, poke weed, pokey, Poland, China, polar bear, polariscope, polarity, polarization, polarizability, polarizable, polarizer, polaroid, polar, North Pole, South Pole, poles apart, polax, polecat, polemic, polemicist, polestar, pole voter, pole voting, pole vote, police dog, policeman, policewoman, police state, polyclinic, policy gamer racket, policy holder, poliomyelitis, polish off, polish up, polished quarter, politburo, politeness, tessie, body political, economy, political economist, political science, politician, politics, James Knox, polka dotted, Poland count, pollinate, polywog, pollination, poster, poltax, pollutant, polluter, pollution, pollux, Pollyanna, polo, Marco Polo, polonaise, polonium, polo shirt, polska, poltroonery, polyanthus, polyclinic, polyester, polyethylene, polygamy, polygamous, polyglot, polygon, polygonally, polygraphic, polygynous, polygyny, polyhedron, polyhedral, polyhymnia, polymeric, polymerism, polymerization, polymerize, polymorphous, polymorphic, polymorphism, Polynesia, Polynesian, polynomial, poly, polypus, polypedalous, polyphonic, um, polyphonous, polyphony, polysyllabic, polysyllable, polysyllabically, polytechnic, polytheism, polytheist, polytheistic, polyunsaturated, polyethylene, polyvalent, polyvalence, pomacious, pomade, pomatum, pomegranate, Pomerania, Pomeranian, pomeler, pomology, pomological, pomologist, pomona, pompadour, pompano, Pompey, Pompey the Great, pompon, pompousness, pompously, Juan Ponce de Leon, poncho, ponderability, ponderously, ponderousness, ponderosity, pond lily, pond scum, pond weed, pongy, pontier, Pontiac, pontifex, pontifically, pontificate, pontine marshes, pontoon bridge, pony express, pooch, poodle, pool room, poop deck, poorly, the poorness, poor house, poor white, trash, pop the question, pop art, pop concert, popcorn, pop, Alexandra Pope, popedom, popery, pop-eyed, pop gun, poppin' J, poppishly, popishness, poplar, poplin, popo, catapult, pedal, popo, catapedal, pop over, popper, poppet, pop evolve, poppy, poppy red, poppycock, pause, poppy seed, populace, popular, popularity, popularly, popular front, popularize, popularization, popularizer, populate, popularity, populator, population, populism, people's party, populist, populistic, populist, populously, populousness, porcelain, porcelainous, porch, porcine, porcupine, porgy, pork like, pork barrel, porky, porker, I meant pork pie, pork pie, porky, pornographically, porosity, porousness, porously, porphyritic, porpoise, porridge, porringer, port, portable, portability, portage, Port Arthur, Port-au-Prince, Port Coulis, Port, Porticosher, Portentous, Portentousness, Porter, Catherine Ann Porter, William Sidney Porter, Porterhouse Steak, Portfolio, Porthole, Portico, Portier, Portionless, Portland. Um, Portland cement, portliness, portmanteau, word, Porto, port of entry, port of Spain, Puerto Rico, portrait, portraiture, portraitus, portrayer, port said, Portsmouth, Portugal, Portuguese, East Africa, Portuguese, Genoa, Portuguese, India, Portuguese, man of war, Portuguese, West Africa, Portulaca, pose, Sudan, poser, posh, position, positively, positiveness, positivistic, positron, possessor, possessed of, possession, possessive pronouns, possessively, possessiveness, possibility, possible, possibly, possum, play possum, postage stamp, postal card, postbellum, postbox, postcard, post chase, post date, poster, posteriority, posterity, postern, post exchange, post glacial, postgraduate, post haste, post horse, post house, posthumously, postilion, post impressionism, post impressionist, post impressionistic, postlude, postman, postmark, postmaster, postmastership, postmaster general, postmeridian, postmistress, postmortem, postnatal, post office, post operative, postpaid, postpone, postponable, postponement, postponer, postprandial, postwriter, postroad, postscript, postulate, postulation, postulator, posture, postural, posturer, posturize, postwar, posy, pot, go to pot, potful, potable, potability, potage, potage, caustic, potash, potassium, potassic, potassium bromide, potassium carbonate, potassium chlorate, potassium chloride, potassium cyanide, potassium hydroxide, potassium nitrate, potassium permanganate, potation, potato, potato beetle or bug, potato chip, pot belly, pot boiler, pothene, potent, potency, potence, potently, potentate, potential, potentially, potential energy, potentiality, pother, pot herb, pot holder, pot hook, pot house, potion, potluck, potomac, pot pie, potpourri, potpourri, pot roast, pot stand, pot shirt, pot shot, pottage, potted, potteringly, potter's field, potter's wheel, pottery, pottle, potty, pouchy, keep seed, poulter, poultice, poultry, pounce, pound out, pounder, poundage, poundle cake, pound cake, pounder, pound foolish, pound sterling, pennywise, pouringly, pour bore, poutingly, pouty, poutor, poverty stricken, powder blue, powder burn, powder horn, powder puff, powder room, powdery powder, and powder in power. The powers that be, power, boat, powerful, powerfully, powerfulness, powerhouse, powerlessly, powerlessness, power of attorney, power politics, powwow, pox, Posnan, PPR, PR, practicable, practicability, practicableness, practicably, practicalness, practicality, practical joke, practically, practical nurse, practice, practicer, practice, practitioner, prefect, praenominal, praetorial, praetorian guard, pragmatical, pragmaticalness, pragmatist, prairie, prayer chicken, prayer hen, prayer dog, prayer schooner, prayer wolf, praise or praiseworthily, praise, sing one's praise or praises, praiser, praiseworthily, praiseworthiness, pray, procrit, prowling, prancer, prancingly, prankishly, prankishness, prankster, prank, praesiodemian, pratingly, pratfall, pratingly, prattler, prawn, praxitilis, prayer, prayerfully, prayerfulness, prayer book, praying manus, preachingly, preacher, preachify, preachment, preachy, preamble, prearrange, prearrangement, prebendal, prebendery, precambrian, precancel, precariousness, precautionary, precautious, precedency, presidential, presidently, preceding, presenter, precentorship, preceptorial, preceptorship, preceptress, processional, precinct, precessiody, preciousness, preciously, precious stone, precipice, precipitancy, precipitantly, precipitately, precipitator, precipitation, precipitative, precipitousness, precipitously, price, pricely, priceness, precisionist, preclusion, preclusively, precautiously, precocity, preconceived, preconception, preconcertedly, precursory, predaciousness, predacity, predaciousness, predatory, predatorily, predatoriness, predecease, predecessor, predestinate, predestinator, predestination, predestined, predetermined, predeterminable, predeterminate, predetermination, predicable, predicability, predicableness, predicably, predicament, predicamental, predicate, predicate, um, predication, predicative, predicatively, predict, predictable, predictive, predictively, predictor, prediction, predigus, predigestion, predigestion, predilection, predisposed, predisposition, predominant, predominance, predominancy, predominantly, predominant, predominatingly, predomination, predominator, preeminent, preeminence, preeminently, preemption, preemptive, preener, preexist, preexistence, preexistent, prefabricate, prefabrication, preface, prefatory, prefatoral, prefatorily, prefect, prefecture, prefectural, prefer, preferable, preferability, preferableness, preferably, preference, preferential, preferentially, preferential shop, preferment, preferred stock, prefigure, prefiguration, prefigurative, prefix, prefixal, prefiction, pregnable, pregnability, pregnant, pregnancy, pregnantly, prehensile, prehensility, prehistorically, prehistorical, prejudge, prejudgment, prejudice, prejudicial, prejudicially, prelacy, prelatism, 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 prelit, prelitship, preliminary, preliminarily, prelude, premature, prematureness, prematurely, prematurity, premedical, premeditate, premeditately, premeditated, premeditative, premeditator, premeditation, premier, premiership, premiers, premise, premium at a premium, premolar, premonition, premonitory, premonitorily, prenatal, prenatally, preoccupied, preoccupancy, preoccupation, preoccupied, preordained, preordination, prepad, preparation, preparatory, preparatorily, preparatory school, prepare, preparely, prepare, preparedness, prepay, prepayment, prepense, preponderant, preponderance, preponderancy, preponderantly, preponderate, preponderation, preponderatingly, preposition, prepositional, prepositionally, prepositional phrase, prepossess, prepossession, prepossessing, prepossessingly, prepossessingness, preposterous, preposterously, preposterousness, prepuse, perpetual, pre-Raphaelite, prerequisite, prerogative, presage, presager, presagingly, presbyter, presbyterial, presbyteral, presbyterianism, presbytery, preschool, prescience, presciently, present, prescribe, prescriber, prescription, prescriptive, prescriptively, presence of mind, present by the presence, present arm, presenter, presentable, presentability, presentableness, presentably, presentation, presentational, presentative, present day, present, presentiment, presentimental, presently, presentment, present, participle, present perfect, preservative, preserve, preservable, preservation, preserver, preshrunk, preside, presider, presidency, president, presidential, presidentially, presidentship, president-elect, presidiary, presidium, presignify, press, go to press, pressure, press agent, press box, press conference, press game, pressing, pressingly, pressman, press of sale, press of sale or canvas, pressure, pressure cooker, pressure group, pressure point, pressurize, pressure work, prestidigitation, prestigitator, prestidigitator, prestidigitator, prestige, prestigious, prestissimo, presto, presume, presumable, presumably, presumably, presumer, presumption, presumptive, presumptively, presumptuous, presumptuously, presumptuousness, presuppose, presupposition, pretend, pretendingly, pretended, pretender, pretense, pretension, pretentious, pretentiousness, pretentiously, preterite, pretermit, preternatural, preternaturalism, preternaturally, pretext, pretor, praetorian, pretoria, prettify, pretty, sitting pretty, prettily, prettiness, prettyish, pretzel, prevail, prevail on or upon with, prevailure, prevailing, prevailingly, prevalent, prevalently, prevalence, prevaricate, prevaricator, prevarication, prevent, preventable, preventable, preventer, prevention, preventative, preventative, preventively, preventativeness, preview, previous, previous to, previously, previousness, previous question, provision, provisional, preview, pre-war, prexy, prey, preem, price, at any price beyond or without price, price, pricer, price control, priceless, pricelessness, prick up's one's or its ears, pricker, pricking, prickle, prickly, prickliness, prickly heat, prickly pear, pride, pride oneself, prideful, pridefully, pridefulness, prideless, prior, priest, priesthood, priest-like, priestcraft, priestess, Joseph Priestley, priestly, priestliness, priest-ridden, prig, priggish, priggishly, priggishness, priggery, priggism, primly, primness, primacy, prima donna, prima facie, primal, merrily, primariness, primary accent, primary election, primary school, primateship, primatio, primeness, prime meridian, prime minister, primer, great primer, long primer, primeval, primevalness, primevally, priming, primitiveness, primitively, primitivism, primogeniture, primordialism, primordially, primrose, prince-like, princeship, princedom, Prince Albert, Prince Consort, Prince Edward Island, Princeling, Princekin, Princelet, Princely, Princeliness. Prince of Darkness, don't like that. Prince of Peace, Prince of Wales, Princess, Princessly, Princess, Principal, Principalship, Principality, Principally, Principal parts, Principal, in principle, Principled, Prinkler, Print, and out of print, Printable, Printer, Printed, Circuit, Printer's Devil, don't like that. Printed, Printing, Printing Press, Printout, Print Shop, prior, prior to, prior, priorate, priorship, prioress, priority, priory, prize, prism, prismal, prismatic, prismatical, prismatically, prismatic colors, prison, prisoner, prissy, prissily, prisoness, pristine, prithy, privacy, private, in private, privately, privateer, privateersman, privation, privative, private, privilege, privy, privy to, privily, privy council, privy seal, prize corps, prize fight, prize fighter, prize fighting, prize ring, probability, in all probability, probable, probably, probate, probatory, probative, probate, court, probation, probational, probationary, probationer, probation office, prober, probing, probingly, probity, problematical, problematically, pro bono, publico, proboscis, procane, procedure, procedural, procedure, proceeds, proceeding, proceeds, process, in the process of, procession, processional, processionally, proclaim, proclaimer, proclamation, proclamatory, proclivity, proconsul, proconsular, proconsulate, proconsulship, procrastinate, procrastination, procrastinative, procrastinatory, procrastinator, procreate, procreant, procreation, procreative, procreator, procrustes. All right, that's part 3. We about to finish up with part 4 here in a minute. P-bar.